Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Let's learn with Lizzie. Today we are going to study a very inspiring and important chapter from your supplementary reader, The Making of a Scientist, written by Robert W. Peterson. This lesson is extremely important not just for exams but for life because it shows how curiosity, hard work, observation, and determination shape a scientist. While listening, focus on character development, key events and sequence, important values and themes, frequently asked exam questions. Let's begin this fascinating journey into the life of a remarkable scientist. About the author, Robert W. Peterson was known for writing biographies and inspirational accounts of successful personalities. His purpose in this lesson is to inspire young readers to show how scientific temperament develops, to highlight the importance of curiosity and perseverance in life. Remember for exams that this is a biographical narrative, not a fictional work. Now, moving on to the introduction to the lesson, this chapter tells the story of Richard H. Ebright, a scientist whose interest in science began during a very young age. The central idea of this chapter is that scientists are not born suddenly, they are made through curiosity, continuous learning, experimentation, encouragement from mentors. This is the core theme you must remember for long answers. Early achievements of Ebright. At just 22 years of age, Ebright published a theory explaining how cells function in the prestigious journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. This achievement was extraordinary because college students rarely published there. It indicated exceptional research ability of Ebright. The author compares it to hitting a home run in baseball on the very first attempt, which means that Ebright had a taste of success at a very young age. Now, moving on to the childhood background of Richard Ebright. Ebright grew up in Pennsylvania as an only child. Because of the lack of companionship in his life, he could not participate in team sports. He developed hobbies involving collections. So he collected butterflies, rocks, fossils, coins. He was also deeply interested in astronomy, often observing stars at night. We must remember that early curiosity laid foundation for science into Richard Ebright's life. Now let's focus on to something very important aspect of Richard Ebright's life, that is the role of his mother. His mother encouraged curiosity constantly, bought scientific equipments like microscope, telescope and cameras. She took him to educational trips and became his intellectual and emotional support after his father's death. She ensured he always had something constructive to learn. This shows parental encouragement plays a decisive role in personality development. Despite his hobbies, Ebright excelled academically. He earned top grades, balanced studies and scientific interests, demonstrated discipline and focus in his life. This is an important life lesson that curiosity supports academic success rather than distracting from it. The real turning point in Ebright's life came when his mother gifted him the book called The Travels of Monarchics. This book described a migration of butterflies to Central America, scientific methods used in research. This shifted Ebright from hobby collecting to scientific investigation. This question is very important. How did a book become a turning point in his life? So you can mention these points. Inspired by the book, Ebright contacted Frederick A. Urquhart from the University of Toronto. He began tagging butterflies, studying their migration, raising them in his basement. He observed their complete life cycle, from egg to caterpillar to pupa to adult butterfly. This practical work introduced him to real scientific research. After several years, tagging became repetitive. Feedback was minimal. So he progressed from collection to research experimentation. This shows intellectual growth and maturity in Ebright. In the seventh grade, he participated in a science fair and presented frog tissue slides. Did he win this? No, he did not win any prize. This failure made him realize real science requires experimentation, not just a display. Instead of feeling discouraged, Ebright contacted scientists for ideas, planned proper experiments, and developed research attitude. This highlights perseverance, a key scientific trait. His next experiment focused on a viral disease killing monarch caterpillars. He suspected beetles carried the disease, though results weren't conclusive. Judges appreciated his experimental method. He won recognition. This shows scientific effort matters even if results are incomplete. Next, he studied why viceroy butterflies resemble monarchs. So the theory was very clear. Monarch tastes bad to birds. In order to protect themselves, viceroy mimicked the monarchs. He tested this experimentally with birds. This project won prizes at science fairs, demonstrated scientific reasoning. His most important early discovery was gold spots on monarch pupa, which produced hormones necessary for development. This discovery won county science fair awards, qualified him for international competitions, opened professional research opportunities. He continued his research at the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. Later experiments included growing butterfly wing cells, demonstrating hormone necessity for cell development. These achievements strengthened his scientific credibility. At Harvard University, he continued hormone research, identified chemical structure, and used sophisticated scientific instruments. His academic excellence continued consistently. While studying X ray images of molecules, he developed a theory explaining how cells interpret DNA instructions. This research continued at Harvard Medical School and US Department of Agriculture. This research led to potential implications which were on understanding heredity, disease prevention, and cancer researches. Let's summarize the qualities that made him a scientist: curiosity, hard work, competitive spirit, perseverance, intelligence, scientific temperament. This question is extremely common in exams. Despite intense scientific work, he became a champion debater, excellent photographer, outdoor enthusiast, skilled public speaker. This showed balanced personality development of Richard Ebright. His social studies teacher Richard Everhart played an important role. He encouraged independent thinking, inspired research mindset, which helped to develop communicating skills. This shows teachers' influence in shaping the career of a child. According to the chapter, the essential ingredients in order to become a good scientist is a sharp mind, curiosity, hard work, desire to excel for the right reason. Winning should not be for prizes alone, but for learning. Major themes focused in the story are scientific curiosity that leads to discovery, the importance of perseverance, and the role of mentors and parents, learning from failure, and the scientific attitude. These help in writing analytical answers. The key takeaway for students from this chapter is that observe your surroundings carefully, ask questions constantly, experiment logically, and stay patient and persistent. The chapter is highly motivational. Most important exam questions include like how did a book change a bride's life, the role of his mother in his life, lesson from science fair failure, why are gold spots important, what are the qualities that make a scientist, and contribution of Richard Ebright. Prepare the structured answer for long answers. Students, Richard Ebright's story teaches us that curiosity starts the journey, failure strengthens determination, and guidance shapes direction, hard work leads to discovery. Scientists are not born overnight, they are made step by step through passion, perseverance, and learning. And who knows, perhaps one of you listening today could become a future scientist. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video and felt like it was helpful, kindly please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And see you soon in the next video.